we're so passionate. And if you talk to someone that lives in the UAE, we talk about this country when our friends and family visit like it's our own.
Why are you a winner?
Oh, well,
like you didn't even do anything.
You've got to be doing 25 push-ups. 25 push-ups are coming.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh!
Wow, man, that's got some torque. Wow. Yeah, again, I love London. Like, it's such a beautiful city and the people are so great, but there is a minority of people that give it a bad name. So, you know, everyone told me, don't take your phone out, watch out, don't wear your rollie. And like, I'm just standing and I saw this guy trying to pickpocket my mum.
And look at this rear view mirrors. You got to get used to them. They're cameras, actually. They're not mirrors. My Kia EV9 is all charged up for today's journey thanks to the fast charging. For today's episode, I'm behind the wheel of the Kia EV9, an all-electric SUV. The EV9 is a spacious personal oasis on wheels. From Dubai's bustling downtown to the serene desert roads, it has been the perfect companion throughout our journey. What is up?
Look at this guy. Look at those bro. Your buys, hold on it.
I'll tell you why. I think this is a good camera.
Whoa.
I need this camera. What is this?
The gear is already selected. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's that, it's twist.
I
got to teach this guy to drive his own car.
Welcome to the Dubai journey powered by Kia. When I talk about Dubai journeys with people, right?
Yeah.
Every time I'm talking to them, I go home and I have a coffee and I'm talking to my wife because I'm on this journey too.
Sure.
The one person that I look at, and I know you through some of your friends, who could be the brand ambassador of the term Dubai journey, Kris, is you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I can't say this enough, and this is not just through my experience in the last 3 years, but you're definitely that human being that everybody who comes here, not a local, looks at and says, man, when you imbibe a city, or when a country or a city imbibes you or takes you in, that's the perfect example of that.
I know, when I moved here 16 years ago, I did not expect to be here for this long. I did tell my parents in Sydney, where I grew up in Australia, I said, I'll be gone for a couple of years, Mum and Dad, I'll be back. I'll just go and get a bit of experience, some life experience. And yeah, 16 years later, I'm still here and it's out of choice. I don't, you know, I've been offered work across the world over the last 16 years.
I can imagine now, yes, I can imagine now.
You know, but there's nothing like this city right now that makes me feel at home, and the safety of it and just everything that it has to offer, you know.
You have a family, you're a dad, like they say in the second innings, you're a dad again, right?
Yeah,
like you have beautiful daughters, I've seen them, now you have a son. What about being in the city reassures you as a parent?
Like living in Dubai,
yeah.
like living in
Dubai.
Yeah, listen, growing up in Sydney, and then, you know, I do a lot of traveling. My wife's from LA now, so we go to Los Angeles a lot. I spend a bit of time in the UK. I see how, and I love those cities. Like, man, I love LA, I love London, I love Sydney.
Same.
But there's definitely a safety factor where in this city, in this country, you don't have to worry about. I've got 2 teenage daughters. I've now got a new son. When my daughters are out...
I thought you were going to say nuisance. I've got a nuisance.
No. I got a new sense. No, I got a new son. And like, I know that when my girls are out at the mall or when they're with their friends, I have zero fear. I have zero fear that something bad could have happened, that there could have been a weird guy, stranger, whatever it is.
And we stay in London, right? Every summer we are there. My wife's from London. And London's one of the cities that you live, but it's not safe.
Yeah,
like I'm on edge there. I'm on edge.
Exactly how I felt. Like I just came back from
like
London.
I wouldn't be wearing that watch out.
Either would I. Yeah. No, I took my watches off.
Everything.
And some guy tried to take something from my mum. Like in London, I could see. Yeah, again, I love London. Like it's such a beautiful city and the people are so great, but there is a minority of people that give it a bad name. So, you know, everyone told me, don't take your phone out, watch out, don't wear your rollie, don't wear this, don't wear that. And like, I'm just standing and I saw this guy trying to pickpocket my mum. And like, you know.
What happened? So how do you stop it? Or you didn't? You're like, Mum?
Oh, no, I went up to the guy. He knew that he didn't realize I was with Mum. I was standing a couple of steps away from my mother. And I was with my dad, and my dad picked it. He's like, this guy's going to try to jack mum. Mum had her bag, and she had a cover, but they were going to try to do something. And I just walked up to him and, you know, stood. He was a smaller guy, and I just went over him. I said, I didn't say nice stuff, and he quickly, and he acknowledged. He knew. He acknowledged, and then he just walked off.
I mean, that's when the Australian in you comes out.
It's when the Australian Lebanese comes out.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's.
Tell me a little bit about that. Growing up in Australia, and you're both your parents are Lebanese.
Correct. Yeah.
What was your childhood like? What was young Kris like? I know you're a sporty guy. You play basketball. Because Australia's nuts, bro. You gotta be outdoor.
Well, it's the greatest cricketing country in the world.
Second to only one.
Yeah. Now listen, my childhood was great. We grew up in a beautiful family, really close family, you know, medium family of like, as in you know, we weren't rich, we weren't poor, we had a good life.
But nothing was in abundance. It was not like if you need another sneaker, you would have to earn it at home.
No, we had to work.
Yeah.
I was working from the age of 14. That's my first job. I was 14 years old.
What was your first job?
I worked in a cafe making drinks, smoothies. So if there was any smoothies or milkshakes to be made, I did it. I did it every Saturday and Sunday, and that was my first job at the age of 14. And then I had a bunch of jobs out of school. But growing up in Sydney, like, yeah, you know, we had a great life. You know, the Lebanese in Sydney didn't have a great name. We were stereotypical for being the bad people. But again, it was just a minority of people that were loud, right? So, you know, when growing up in Sydney, when I got older and I got into radio, I was really proud to be able to represent, and I still am really proud to represent Lebanese globally in what I get to do, you know.
Oh man, you must be the poster child of that.
We have a good community. The Lebanese community have got a really good community a lot of us are waving the flag, right? And that's something that I've always wanted to do, no matter how big or how wherever the road took me. I always wanted to make sure that I continue to wave that Lebanese flag and the Australian flag. You know, like that's something that I always want to be able to do.
And now a UAE flag.
Bro,
you're like a
the UAE,
international citizen.
Yeah, the UAE flags, it's crazy because we're not a citizen of the country. As in, we're citizens, but we don't hold a passport for the country, right?
Yeah.
But I feel so passionate about this country. And I think about that sometimes. Like, we're so passionate. And if you talk to someone that lives in the UAE, we talk about this country when our friends and family visit like it's our own. And that's something that's really special.
It's crazy. And nobody's asked us to.
That's exactly what I was going to say. No one's paying us to do it. Nothing. No one's asking us to do it. We all do it out of our heart because I feel like we're living in this society it was kind of like a secret society.
I almost don't want to tell people.
Yeah, you don't want to? Habibi, come to Dubai. Actually, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like, it's very expensive. Don't come.
No, but if you come to Dubai, like if you come to the UAE, if you come to Dubai, if you come to Abu Dhabi or any of the Emirates, we want you to come and understand what we have here. It's special, and we don't want people ruining it. You know what I mean? Like, we want to keep it the country of respect, of safety, of love, of helping one another, of understanding different cultures, different religions. So I now wave that flag globally, and you know, I'm proud to do that, and I'll continue to do that for as long as I'm here, which could be the rest of my life.
I think what I have realized is this is one of the countries where there is respect for rules, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know, like you respect the rules and regulations. You know, getting a driving license is a big benchmark in your life. Yeah, it is, bro. Because when I got the visa, it was good, nice, expected it. Did you get your license? No. So
thankfully now he's got his license, right? I
have my license.
So you are driving the car.
I am. You're very active. Even now, you play basketball. You actually have a team in the electric scooter race that happened here.
Yeah. So
And you won, bro.
We won it. But that was crazy. Like, one of my good friends, Coda, he's one of the world's greatest scooter riders. Like, he does stunts and tricks. And he presented this opportunity for me. I've got a company called Fade Fit, which is a healthy...
Never heard of it, bro.
Whatever. I know you eat me. I know you eat it.
Bro, I eat it. Like, I can't tell you how much. And the one time I met you and you said, bro, whenever you need it. So I was like, should I just...
You should.
Because it's expensive, bro.
Come on, bro.
I eat like...
You earn enough cash.
I know. I'm joking.
But he presented it and said to me, do you want to have a team in the cup? It was the first electric scooter cup in the Middle East. And I said, man, I don't know the first thing to do. He goes, don't worry, I'll help you out. I'll get your riders. We had a rider from Spain. We had a rider from Japan come. They flew in. I rock up to this event and, you know, I'm just watching my team and it's like owning an F1 team, but these things go really fast, right?
Yeah.
It's really intense. And the next thing you know, we won the entire race.
And the guys are wearing full biker suits, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
and then I saw you pose and I was like, did you try it?
Hell no way. These things go like 140 kilometers an hour. I would not want. It's like being on a motorcycle, but you're on a stand-up scooter. They've got the neck brace, they've got the helmet, they've got the full kit. It's actually pretty dangerous because they're in and out of these weaving traffic. It's pretty full on, but you know, we were part of that. So yeah, I'm always wanting to be part of the community. You know, and this country, you know, talking about India, you know, what I love about living here is you understand people's cultures and religions a lot more. And, you know, growing up in Australia, we've got a huge Indian community, but, you know, I didn't understand the culture.
Okay.
Now living in the UAE for 16 years, where a vast majority of the population are South Asian, it's so amazing. Like, look at this. You know, I would have never known what the Raki was, is, right? Yeah. I would have never known what that is. But now every year, one of my closest friends and my co-host, Preeti Malik, she gives me this, and like I love that, and I understand when it's the festival of.
Does she ask for money?
I'm supposed to give her money. I haven't given her money yet. Yeah. I think I failed that part, right? But like I love being able to. I've gone to Mumbai. I've gone to India twice now, and
really,
yeah. I've only gone to Mumbai though. I haven't gone anywhere else, and I know there's so many. I want to go to Goa, especially. I'm
going to take you.
Yeah,
Every time you go to India,
okay.
Now I will know. And for you and your beautiful family, we're going to plan things. Because I think the Indian audience, when they hear your story, and that's the exact thing we're trying to do here, they will be in awe of you. And when you go there, I think you could do stuff there. Like how I've come here, and I'm doing this, the Dubai journey.
Yeah,
I think you could do that. Okay, brother.
Yeah.
What do you think? In how many seconds can I reach 100? Do you think I can do it in 8?
I think you can do it in 8. Yeah, you should be able to do it in 8.
If I do it in 6, you got to do 25 push-ups. If I do it in any more than 6, then I do 25 push-ups.
Okay, let's go.
All right, ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Oh!
Wow, man, that's got some torque. Wow. Did you do it?
I did 100. But it's just over 6 seconds.
Yes! Wow, I felt that though.
Why are you a winner?
Well, I won.
Like you didn't even do anything.
You're going to be doing 25 push-ups. 25 push-ups are coming.
Man.
Yes.
Like Kris, you got some, you feel like a blessed child sometimes.
Why? Because I'm winning?
Because you win. I want to know, so you started radio in Australia, in Sydney.
Yeah. So listen, I end up, my story is, it's nothing, you know, special, but it's a story. And
it is special,
I tell people, like, you know, I put on TikTok just the other day that I said, people, you may be sitting in your phone right now, you might be watching your phone and you got your thumb and you're scrolling, and many of you feel lost. And I just put this up because I said, in my life and in my journey, I have felt lost so many times. Even in my life today, there will be moments where I feel lost. And even though I have quote unquote success and I have good money and I've got my cars and my house and you sometimes feel lost, and that's okay. It's okay to feel lost sometimes, right? Yeah. And you know, my journey here, you know, when I failed school, I got 39 out of 100.
Wow.
So that was a failure at school. That meant I couldn't go to college because you need to get a certain mark to get into college. So I couldn't go to college.
Even in Australia?
In Australia, no. Yeah,
really?
No, of course, no. You couldn't get in. You couldn't get in. It was
wow.
You have to get that was a failed mark. So you know, I mean, I may have gone.
That's tough, man. At that young age, because that's the only thing that defines you. What are you doing? What are you studying, right? And then you got
how at the age of 17? What's the average life expectancy? Let's say it's 80.
75 or something. Yeah.
All right. How is at the age of 17? How are you supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life?
In the first 20% of your life, right?
It's so hard. So I didn't even know what I wanted to do. My parents wanted me to repeat school. You know, I was the only kid in the family, I think, that had failed. And I said, well, let's give it I didn't know what I wanted to do. I told mum and dad, I'm not doing school again. I'm not going to go do the last year. So I end up just started working. I was working as a barista, making coffees. I was washing cars. I was selling clothes, like working in. I was just trying to find ways to make
Hustling,
money.
bro. You were hustling.
I was just making money, and you know, at the age of 19, I moved out of home, which was not that's not a common thing to do.
Right opposite Bondi Beach.
Nah, I couldn't afford that. No, I was living. My first place I lived in was honestly not much bigger than this Kia.
Which is big. Which is big. So.
Maybe 4 of these Kias. I lived in a studio apartment. Honestly, it was like bathroom, kitchen was nearly the same room, and a little bed. But it gave me independence, and it gave me the understanding of having to work, you know. I had to pay rent, I had to pay for my food. And mum and dad didn't want me to leave, but I knew that that was just something that I wanted to do, right?
Fair.
So, yeah, I left school and, you know, started doing these odd jobs. And eventually, I got myself into sales. I was selling music. You know, elevator music? You know, like music, you go into a store and you hear the music.
Not elevated music, but elevator music.
Yeah, not elevator music, elevator music.
Yeah,
so
I love Eminem, man.
I was selling music just to like background music. And, you know, I did that job for about a year and the boss pulled me inside and said, yo, I don't think this job's for you. Like literally wanted to fire me, but didn't know how to do it. And then eventually I heard a promotion, like driving the car, I heard that my radio station I used to listen to was looking for someone to drive their promotional car around and give out free cans of chips and
I think I'm there in my life now. I'm doing
yeah.
that now.
Wow, we just need to give away free stuff right now.
Yeah, I'm listening to the #1 radio guy, I think in not just in the region, in the world, and driving around promoting a car.
You've had a career. He's had a career, people.
Wow.
So yeah, I applied for the job. It was a radio promotion called Job Survivor. They got 5 of us to work for the radio station for free. They made us do really bad stunts, like ridiculous stunts. Like I had to take my shirt off and get people to stick biscuits on my body. Like they wanted to see how much you wanted this job, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, I didn't win the job, but I stayed in contact with the team. 2 months later, the person that won the job quit. They called me up. They said, "Do you want to be the person that drives the car around?"
100%.
I said, "I'll take it." Horrible pay, but I did it. You know what I mean? Like I knew it was a foot in the door to try something. So that was my first taste of radio, but it wasn't in the studios. I was cleaning out the prize cupboard. I was cleaning the barbecues. I was driving this car. But what it did give me was access to the studios. Because my past that gave me access to the bottom level also gave me access to the top level where all the radio studios were. So I just started to pop my head up to the studios and say hello to people, and I saw the radio presenters there.
And you got a great personality.
Thanks, man.
Like people might think that it's with success or with the swag comes with that, but it's because of the swag and the personality that you get jobs.
Yeah, I think just being real and authentic. I always tell people to talk.
Yeah.
Don't go into a room, and I know we get shy. I grew up as a shy child, but I was shy. I spoke with a lisp. I used to speak like this.
Kris.
Yeah, Kris.
And your name is Kris.
Kris. I used to say Kris.
Oh,
that's how I used to speak. So
what do you do about your speech? Because that's the other thing I want to ask you. Your voice is like you could hear it anywhere you did. That's Kris Fade. Have you worked on it?
Nah, man. It's touch wood.
Touch wood.
I think it's like
when
but you know when you go to the gym and you train your muscles, I think it's the same thing with your vocal cords. I think the more you use it.
I tell everybody. Kris has been very kind to say. I asked him once, and he said, "I'm going to be there for your interview." I saw it, but you're busy, bro.
Yeah,
bro, God bless you and your family, and I know
man.
how much it takes because you've got grown-up daughters, you got a new kid. I've seen your house, touch wood.
Thank you, man.
And I want you to do well.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. You get all of this. You've come, you've done the hard work. You can just sit and say, now I'm the face of Virgin Radio. But then you want more. You have a team. You're now an entrepreneur, bro. It's difficult to be in the Middle East and not see my favorite snack.
Oh, you got some.
Bro.
You got Fade Fit. I love that.
Out of my hard-earned money. I had to sell my kidney.
I'll take the American Express.
Hey, yo. So, bro, like this is not I want to tell people, this is not an endorsement. This is not, hey, Kris, you're so famous. You have such a great this thing. You're a big celebrity. Can you be a brand ambassador? No, you are a businessman. This is your business. It's at airports. It's at gyms.
I am a better person working. Like, you know, what's crazy is and I talk about this openly. Like when I went through my divorce, I ended up going through a lot of anxiety and depression, right? And when you go through anxiety and depression,
you want to open that for me? No, I really do need it.
I will. When you go through anxiety and depression, your mind is racing a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't know. Your mind plays tricks on you. It starts to create things that aren't real in your head, right? So when I was going through that, and I end up seeking help, and I end up like,
can you open that for me?
Oh, I'm doing everything,
bro.
He wants me to. You want me to feed?
Guys, this is going to be on my Instagram feed. Getting fed, fade fit.
I got it. Yeah. Hey.
Bro, I love this stuff.
So this is the hazelnut. Our snacks are pretty much all natural. I try to make a healthier snack, right? That's the thing. What are you doing? You have them everywhere.
All of them.
You got they're the protein balls right there.
You saw my arms in the beginning?
Yeah, it's because of that. Just say it.
You have contributed to it.
I love that. Yeah, so like when I was going through my depression and anxiety stage, I ended up putting on a lot of weight. And I got obese. I got to the point where I was 128 kilos.
Oh no.
I was huge. And the only thing that got me out of it, I went to psychologists, I did this, I did that, but the true thing that only got me to get out of it was going to the gym and eating healthier. I just knew that like being healthier and eating healthier made me feel better. So I ended up going on this big health kick, and that's when I created these things, because I realized there was a big gap in the market. Now you asked me why I want to keep doing things. When I sat at home and I did nothing, your mind starts to race and start. So if I keep myself busy, and it's not running away from my issues, I don't have issues. It was just that I'm better when I'm busy. And busy means being with my kids. Like busy is sometimes sitting down and just watching a movie for 2 hours. Busy is doing my radio show. Busy is running this company. So, I always love it. People say, why do you want to keep doing it? Why don't you just do the radio? And like, I'm sure you get paid enough from the radio just to enjoy your life.
No, I'm intrigued. I want to know what drives you, and that's amazing to see somebody who's not going to settle. Yeah, who's going to hustle forever.
I've got it in me. There's something about it. I don't know if but there's something about me that I want to keep going. I feel, even on a weekend, I wake up, and if I'm sitting around and I've got nothing to do, I feel like, why am I not doing? I should be doing something.
What are your go-to places in Dubai to eat, and what do you like?
Well, crazy enough, I don't do spice.
Wow.
So my spice level is very weak.
Favorite Lebanese place here?
Oh, there's Al Safadi.
Of course.
You know Al Safadi?
Love it.
It's amazing. I think they do some amazing.
And quick. You just go in, pick up, leave.
Yeah, they just know what they're doing. I eat. There's a couple of good restaurants. I mean, man, ask my kids. We go to Cheesecake Factory a lot just because we love the menu there, But my friend's got a great place called Mimi Kakushi, which is, that's a great place as well. When it comes to sushi, they do some of the best in the country.
Very good sushi.
So, we're spoiled for foodie, but I want to come to India. So tell me where we're going.
All right. If I had to catch Kris Fade somewhere just chilling and not your home and not working, what are you doing?
Probably playing paddle.
Yes, we saw that on your story today.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of paddle. Actually, I put my neck out. So if you see me cracking my neck a little bit, I played paddle 4 days in a row. And I think I woke up this morning going, oh, my shoulder is just like shoulder to neck. So I've been a lot of paddle. You'll see me in the gym. Or you'll see me, just at the mall with my kids.
And how are your kids now? Because you're the youngest one is very young, but your daughters are teenagers.
Yeah, so my daughters are...
How do they handle your fame? Because what I like about you is you're very humble, and I think that's one of your key skill set.
Thanks.
I think so.
I try to...
Right?
I always want to be the same person from day one.
And so how
that's important because I get to see people come from nothing and become quote unquote famous. And I see them change. And it freaking... I don't usually use profanity, but I'm going to say pisses me off. Like, I see these guys, I'm like,
be thankful.
Who are you? And their fame usually lasts a couple of years and then they go nowhere. And I really, truly believe it's because they turn themselves into someone that they actually weren't. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen people that have got social media fame and think that they're the end all. And
that's not a career till the time you don't continuously do it with that kind of genuine intention.
Like, live the life for a while. And the crazy thing is, you talk about people like Will Smith. These people, when you meet them, are the most down-to-earth, humble. They're humble guys. And I'm telling you, the bigger the artist is, I get to interview a lot of big stars, from The Rock to Kevin Hart to Lady Gaga to you name it.
Wow.
The bigger they are, the more humble they are, the more professional they are, the more real they are, the more time they want to take with their quote-unquote fans.
No, I saw Tom Cruise.
Did you see Tom Cruise?
He just held you then.
You see Tom Cruise? Yeah. Yeah, this is literally the interview. Yeah, to the point where it was like, wow, this is awkward. No, but like
he just held you. I was like,
the way that he was, and I'm like, that's a professional, that's a star. So
no, because you said something really nice to him also, and he was like, wow, man,
you're not the man of the hour. You're not just the man of the hour. You're man of the century, which is true.
And he held you, by the neck, and I was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he
don't choke him now.
Yeah. He was really intense. But that's Tom Cruise. Like, and going back to my kids, like, I want them to. They're cool. Like my kids.
Do you check them sometimes? Like, hey, baby. They
have a good attitude. They're really down to earth. They actually try to get away from the fame. Like they're also, people know them in their own right. They get stopped at the mall when they're at the mall at their own. They're like, oh my gosh, can we get a photo? And like, I've told them you can do whatever.
Are there rules there?
I always say if it's a guy, an older man asking you for a photo, you say no. Because I don't know.
What a strange world we're in, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But I said if it's a girl your age or a girl that wants to take a photo with you or kids, feel free to take it. I said you do what makes you feel comfortable. So yeah, they're pretty cool. They're down to earth kids. Like they're especially like
when it comes to kids, and I see a lot of your legacy is about kids. What do you think of sustainability, man? Because I see that you have an electric car also. You believe in electric cars, right? Yeah. Like we spoke about the interiors, it's plush and all, but they're sustainable. What do you think of being green? Do you recycle your clothes? Do you tell your kids to? Because you eat healthy, you have Fade. So
could I do better? 100%. Do I try? Of course I do. I think we've got to do a lot more though. I don't think we do enough, especially in this region. Coming from Australia, they do a really good job on the whole recycling and all of that. It's actually illegal. There's water shortages going on in Australia, so you can only water your garden at a certain time.
Oh, wow.
Where I feel like here, we're very just, and interesting enough, I took a look in a garbage the other day. I was at the mall, and I saw, where it's got plastic, paper, and other, I think it's called.
Yeah.
The recycling. And I just had a look inside. It was all mixed. So where the paper was meant to be, there was plastic. Where the plastic was, there's paper. And I thought to myself, we're not doing enough. So I took it upon myself at home that we try to do a little bit of recycling, and I think as we get older in this country, we'll probably do more and more. I can see what they're doing now from a work environment. For example, just from work, one thing I've tried to just cut out is the paper at the workplace.
Yeah.
We would go through anywhere between, 15 to 40 pages of paper every single show doing a radio show.
So you've gotten rid of it?
We've got rid of about 50% of it. There is still some of paper that we require. But the other stuff we just use
those big contracts.
Yeah, that's right. No, but I use if I'm doing a quiz in the morning and I've got to write it with a pen, I have that as paper. But otherwise, artist information, whatever else I need, we try to keep it digitally on obviously the computer. So we're trying to do more, and I think it's important that we all do more. I think sustainability is very important.
You're doing your bit wherever you can, and you said that you also had like a tough part with. Your weight, 128.
128.
You've got it back.
I'm now sitting at 100.
Very nice.
But I want to get back down to 95. 95 is my good size.
Perfect.
So I'll drop that last 5. But yeah, training every day, doing what I do, try to stay fit, eat healthy.
What are your comfort foods?
Oh.
What is it that Kris Fade?
If it's cheat. Oh.
What are you eating?
Give me a double cheese, double mushroom pizza.
Oh. From where?
Thick crust. Oh man,
you're such a guy. You're such a guy's guy, and you're watching what, footy while doing this?
Yeah, I watch NRL, Rugby League, Australian football.
Yes.
Double mushroom, double cheese. It's hit and miss pizza in this country. Sometimes you get it and it's just great. Sometimes it's not. What do I like?
Are you a burger guy also?
Yeah, burger. A couple of good burgers. What's 11? Do you have
11 Green, right next to my house.
11 Green.
Is it right next to your house?
It's not far from where I live.
Yeah, so it's close to my house.
Yeah, so 11 Green is a fantastic burger joint. Yeah, what's crazy, I used to live around this area. I used to live, and I look back at my life here, I used to live in a 2-bedroom, really old villa. It was like a back of a house villa.
This is with your...
This is back in the day with like my ex, and I had one child at the time. And
Is that the reason she left then?
Well, because it was a horrible place. Maybe ask her.
Sorry. I know it's deep, but I gotta go for that.
That's what friends do.
Yeah, just get in there, bro.
Get in there. No, but like I look at that place now and I think to myself, man, look where you know, humble beginnings is the best. But I would have rather come from humble beginnings than being given a red carpet.
Wow, the sense of achievement that you have when you come from a humble beginning.
So much better. You earn it. I feel like you have more appreciation for it. Giving someone a Lamborghini or having to work your ass to buy a Lamborghini is a big difference, you know?
Yeah. In 2007, did you see yourself do this for the next 15 years, 10 years? And now do you see yourself do this? You don't know, right? 5 years, 10 years, are you still doing this?
You know,
and other things?
Our industry that you and I work in is longevity is not a thing that happens to many.
Yeah.
People have a window.
Zip. Yeah.
Yep. You have a window of quote unquote success and whatever we do. And then it usually goes back and you might find it again.
Yes.
To be able to do it for me, like 16 years on this constant journey, oh man, I don't know. I go to bed though thinking to myself, and I think this is a good thing that I feel. I'm glad that I go to bed thinking it may all end tomorrow. And I think that's important because it keeps me eager. Every morning when I buzz into my Virgin Radio studios,
could be the last.
And I take it as a blessing. I really do. I buzz in and I don't take it for granted. I know the amount of people globally that would love to be able to do what I do and would love to be able to get paid to wake up in the morning and
be in your shoes, bro.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
so many people.
I know. So like, I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm gonna count it as a blessing. And every morning when I leave my house, I do literally just look up and I just go, thank you for another day, and we do the day.
When you leave in the morning, what are the essentials that you carry with you? I've seen you on your phone, so I'm going to count that as one.
Okay, so
what else?
I've got a very strict routine in the morning that I stick to because, you know, you got to know what you're going to do when you're waking up at 4:20 in the morning. You don't want to be like wandering around the house doing nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So I always get that nice good shower in. I got a bit of a steam room in my shower, so I turn the steam room on. I turn the steamer and the shower on. Okay. A little bit fancy. Yeah. I sit in that for about 10 minutes. It just makes me feel good, opens my eyes up, makes me feel good. My bones, my muscles, I warm them all up. So I'll do that. Clothes are usually ready for the night before. So I like to put my clothes ready so I don't have to search for them in the morning. Go put the clothes on. I go straight downstairs. I put the coffee. I need a coffee. So I'll take a
black. Is it black?
No,
Americano?
It's black with a little bit of American creamer. My wife, being American, introduced me to that vanilla creamer stuff.
Oh my God.
I put a little splash of that, give myself a little treat. So I've got that. I usually have a tub of yogurt or some type of yogurt.
Okay.
Just something. And then I have my vitamins. So I've got about 3 or 4 vitamins that I'm on that I usually take. A bit of a vitamin D, vitamin K spray. Don't ask me. I spray that under the tongue after I've had the yogurt. Okay. Pop the other pills.
That's how you stay young and you look like this. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm 79 years old, guys.
Yeah, guys, it's a vampire.
That's right.
Yeah.
So then...
it's a spray of some blood.
Oh, please. They'll really start spraying. That's what they think now. I don't drive to work right now. I've been taking an Uber or
You're on the phone doing
Yeah, because it's early. I'd rather do a bit of work. I don't live too far from work. So then,
do you get battery anxiety like on the phone? Like when...
Yeah, but I do a pretty good job. I'm always like looking at it where I'm like, okay, no, we're good. You know what I mean? So...
middle of the day, we got 40%, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So what am I at now? So this is pretty good, actually. I've been up since 4:20. We have been, the time now is 12. I've got 63% left. I'm like, I feel so comfortable.
Talking about battery anxiety, that's one thing that you don't get in this car.
What's that?
Because
the energy.
Dude, from 10% to 80%, fast charge in 20 minutes. From 10 to 80, 20 minutes. You can sit in the back, chill, have your shawarma, 20%.
Wow, that's...
20 minutes is going to go from 10 to 80%. And by the way, full charge, it gives you 497 kilometers, brah.
Wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah, 497 kilometers full charge.
I mean, that's normal, but the fast charge is extremely good. I had no idea about that.
That's good.
That's a game changer.
I actually have the Telluride, the Kia Telluride. And,
okay.
And you know, I have 2 kids, so they have to be in seats, and then there's a 3rd row. But I also want to go electric. So honestly, I'm thinking for an electric car that serves my needs.
No, this is great.
This is good.
It's very comfortable. I like it. I think it's very good, actually. Looks sexy. It's got a bit of sex appeal to it.
And it's got space, man. It's got, and you know, I I like soccer dad cars, like a dad car where you can drop your kids and all, but it's not a van.
Yeah,
know?
you don't want the minivan.
Yeah, like if I rock up and say, hey, Kris, let's go, you won't be like, hey man, where's your other car?
That ages us. So instantly you put on 15 years if you rock up in a van.
So then you're like 94 or something.
Yeah, you're like, no, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that.
You know, people have started saying, how are you putting your kids on social? People ask me, what if they grow up and say, you know, everybody knows me. What about my privacy? What do you think about that?
Do my kids like flying first class around the world and business class and enjoying the life that we get to have?
Pros and cons.
That's fine, yeah, balance it out. When they get to the age now they're at the age where they decide if they want to go on social media.
Now they're getting paid.
Yeah, now they're getting paid. No, but there are some times where, like, you know, I document my entire life on stories. I'm on Snapchat. If anyone's on Snapchat, get me on Snapchat. Kris Fade. Just Kris Fade on Snapchat. KRISFADE. And I do the same on Instagram. I do it every day for the last 8 years. So my daughters now are at the age where they don't want to do it. They don't want to be on it sometimes. And I respect that.
Nice.
But there will be some times where I'm saying, you're 100% going on my social media today. So they're at the age now where they want to make sure they've got their hair done or they're wearing a bit of makeup. And I totally respect that as well. I don't want to be filmed unknown first thing in the morning when I wake up. Do you know what I mean?
What I like about electric, a lot of motorheads, my friends, are like, how can you be in an electric car or a motorcycle? I'm like, the torque that you get.
Woo! So this is my house here.
Wow. Right next to the Burj Khalifa.
We can pull in there.
So are you a car guy, a motorcycle guy? What kind of guy are you?
I'm not like, I wouldn't say a car guy. I wouldn't say a car guy, but like, I like my cars.
I've seen you in some fancy cars.
I've got some cars, you know. Like,
there's one in green.
Yeah, I got like a McLaren.
Everybody's jealous of it. Everybody's jealous because it's green. Because we're technically so advanced now, if you get a chance to talk to 10-year-old Kris, what you gonna say to him?
Just don't worry and enjoy your life and don't care what other people think, especially when it comes to social media. People love to troll. There are people that just I know don't like me, and
because you're so not likable.
Yeah, I don't know, but they've never met me. But I like that. Like now, I've got to the point where that used to hurt me. Now I'm like, that just comes with it, and that's okay. So don't care what people think and stay on your own vision and try to enjoy the journey at the same time. You know.
I think some of the people that you think that don't like you is because they're envious and jealous.
Yeah, of course.
And but otherwise, I have a feeling if somebody does meet you, it's too hard to not like you.
Good.
It's annoying. It's like, man, I want to not like this guy,
but I can't. Yeah, but they're like, you know, and I'm so blessed. I get so many. The amount of love that I get is it's honestly unbelievable, and I'm so grateful.
And the fact that you recognize it, that you got to keep doing that.
So grateful,
bro. Thank you so much.
Pleasure,
for taking
man.
Our time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna now write a small script.
Yeah.
Just to get you to act.
Let's go.
I'll get it funded. I'm going to get somebody, even if it's a short film of 8 minutes. Kris Fade, in and as. That's the last thing I want to say, by the way. I think you should write a book. And I'm sure somebody's told you this. There is a series about your life waiting to get made, or a movie. Is that something you heard before?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about.
This is not the end. You're still in the intermission.
Yeah.
But you got to start documenting it, because a lot of things that you're feeling right now, maybe in 15 years you won't. So start doing it.
But I feel like I've got to go. I got to do more. I got to go
100%.
through more.
I feel
so. Once I go through some more, I would like to write a little book or a little bit of a autobiography, because I think. And
then we can make a movie out of it.
Let's go.
And I'll star in it.
You can be me. Play me.
I want to be. Isn't that obvious since the beginning of this interview? I want to be Kris. Kris Vijay. Kris Vijay.
Let's go. You're going to do those push-ups now, don't you?
Oh, man.
Let's go. You haven't got away with it.
I was buttering you up.
No. Let's go.
Like, you're going to forget
push-ups, 25 of them. I don't know. Yeah, you could do them. I think you can do it.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Lots of love. Bless our kids, bless our family, and bless you guys watching wherever you are around the world. Thank you.